Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to krabstrades. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to be doing a trade recap today, as well as we're going to be showing you guys exactly how I find my drawn liquidity every single day to catch trades just like this. You can see this was taken on my M Futures live account. You can see I also full closed my position right there at that 6 p.m. wick. In this video, we're going to be breaking down straight up from the top how I find my bias, how I find my drawn liquidity, and we're going to be breaking down everything in this video, a full-on educational session about how I do my full analysis to catch trades like this every single day. Before we get into the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new here. Comment where you guys are at in your trading. Are you already funded or not yet? Also, make sure to subscribe if you're brand new for more videos just like this. All that aside, let's get into it. So trade recap right here, 1 to 2 risk to reward. Also here was my executions as well. Took this on a live account. See M Futures right there, full closed at the 6 p.m. wick. And yeah, let's break down what I saw to take this trade. So first thing, hopping on the weekly time frame here, see the weekly, what do we see? And also I'm just going to redo all my analysis and remove all drawings. All right, so first of all, weekly, we are pretty bullish on the weekly. We do have this unfilled weekly fair value gap below right here, so we'll mark that up. Also same thing on ES, so we'll mark up the same thing. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily, we did rebalance this unfilled daily right here. Let's start to look at the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we had a shift in structure lower, putting in this bearish breaker block right here. Just on the past live streams in my Discord, I've been saying that for me to take shorts after being at all-time highs, we would need some type of shift in structure lower. So this was that shift in structure lower that we got on the 4-hour time frame. And most importantly, what you can see is we ran higher already into the breaker. We also rebalanced this unfilled 4-hour fair value gap right here. So that was a big reason why I was okay with shorting. I saw these rejections, saw this rejection right here of the unfilled 4-hour fair value gap right there, as well as I saw that we were holding this bearish breaker. We never closed above it, so we never actually disrespected this bearish breaker, and that was the reason why I was okay with taking shorts. Also, daily did have actually a inverse order block right here as well. I forgot to mention right here, did disrespect that order block as well, so that was just another thing. Disrespected this OB, so we closed below it. Only time frame here that was really bullish was the weekly. So going down to the daily, we had that shift in structure on the daily as well, inverse order block right here on the daily, so we'll actually add that in. I forgot to mention that. So we just closed below the OB. So yeah, let's go down to the 4-hour. So yeah, 4-hour time frame, we put in a bearish breaker block, high, low, higher high, lower low, displacement, closure below the wick, run higher. Also unfilled 4-hour fair value gap. Very good that we actually wicked into this. We rebalanced this already, and strong ass wick out, right? We rejected it right away. So let's keep going down the time frames. Let's go down to the hourly now. And another thing was right at the Asia Open, we had a SMT. ES took out this high and Q did not. Also talk about my stop loss placement on why I put my stop loss above this SMT right here. Was a very good stop loss placement that I had here, because I didn't want to have a big ass stop loss at this SMT high up here. So placed it on this one. All right, so we're rejecting the breaker right at Asia Open, right? What happens? ES takes out this liquidity, so we had the bearish SMT put in. Pretty much 6 p.m. left this wick right here below as well. Daily, bearish closure, inverse the order block. 4-hour, bearish breaker was put in. We actually already rebalanced an unfilled 4-hour gap, so leaning bearish on the 4-hour. Hourly, still kind of bearish, you know, rejecting this hourly breaker as well right here. So if we look at this breaker, high, low, higher high, lower low, retapped into that structure again, rejected. Also, if you keep an eye on CE right here, beautiful wick out of CE of that breaker block as well to the tick pretty much. And let's actually go down to the 15. On the 15-minute 6 p.m. candle also did rebalance here, this unfilled 15-minute fair value gap. So that was another thing I really liked. 15-minute was rebalanced right at Asia Open. And my trade, once we put in this OB, my entry was at 201.25. Stop loss was placed at this SMT wick right here. The main reason my stop was there was because I'll never really have a stop loss below 5 points is one thing, because that would have been a tight ass stop right here. This SMT right here that we had was like the second most obvious high that I saw that I don't want to get ran through. If my stop loss was all the way at this SMT high, it just would have been not the best risk to reward. You can see it wouldn't have given that. That's why I actually had that tighter stop at this SMT high right here. So that actually gave us 1 to 2, a little bit more than 1 to 2, 2.2 R there. Here is the execution that I took, and see entry was right there, and my stop loss was around that SMT right there, 207.25, and full closed after that 6 p.m. wick was taken out. So that's pretty much how I did my entire analysis, starting on the weekly time frame. Weekly, yes, weekly was bullish, but going down to the daily shifted structure to the downside with the order block. 4-hour breaker was put in, we ran higher, rejected it, also rebalanced this unfilled 4-hour for value gap, rejected right away. That's something I keep my eye on a lot, is rejections. Also looking at the hourly, had another hourly breaker, rejected CE perfectly, ran lower after that as well. So we just had a ton of stack confluences for my bearish bias. Looking at the 15, once Asia opened up, we had a unfilled 15-minute for value gap right here, which we rebalanced right there. It was an unfilled gap there. Price never tapped into it. Once we tapped into it, you can see the reaction out that we had. We also already had a SMT put in, so that gave me really strong confidence. Once we basically had that SMT in, Asia open, rebalanced that 15-minute unfilled gap. That's where I took my short after we put in a inverse order block on the 15-second right here for my entry, and just target was the 6 p.m. wick right here below. Overall, that's pretty much the trade recap. Also, here are the confluences drawn out. So 6 p.m. open, high, low, close, minute 15 unfilled for value gap rebalance, which was right here, unfilled for value gap there, never got tapped into. Once we tapped into it, rejected it right away. We then got our SMT. 6 p.m. wick below was my target, breaker rejection on the hourly and the 4 hours, so this was my PD right here. And also we had that 4-hour for value gap rebalance above here, which was right here. If we look at the 4-hour, you can see that we wicked into that unfilled 4-hour, rejected it right away, so that kind of helped me with my bias as well. Overall, very clean trade. Here are executions as well. Amp live account, took this across all my prop firms as well. Also, if you guys are new here and you want to take setups just like this every single day, then comment the word checklist, and I'll actually send you a checklist that I use every single day. In every single setup that I take, all of these confluences here are aligned, and also you can rate your setups based on this checklist. So an A+ setup would have every single box here checked off. That's how you can really find the best setups overall, and that's what's going to help you be consistent as well in your technicals. Overall, if you guys enjoyed the video and you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also comment below where you guys are at in your trading. Are you funded? Are you profitable? Are you still struggling? Where are you at right now in your trading? Yeah, comment below, and I'll catch you guys. Comment for the checklist if you want it. And yeah, till next time, hope you guys learned something, or at least I hope I entertained you guys a little bit. But until next time, stay safe and good looks.